Hi, it's Libby. Day 5 on my challenge, 30 days to go plastic free and see how it's going. It's doing really well. So today I got up really early, did a couple of hours of yoga, picked some blackberries off my local bushes near to my house. I had those for breakfast, just a few left over for maybe later on. Went into the market, drove to Loughborough, which is in my next town to where I live in Leicestershire here in the UK. I bought, I was quite impressed actually for the first stall I went to had quite a lot of really good products. So they had things like fresh fresh turmeric. They had actually turmeric which doesn't have the yellow. So if you don't, if you put it on your fingers, you don't get that yellowness. So they had, it was white turmeric, which the guy told me about. I bought some parsley, some mint. I have mint in my garden. I don't have an awful lot. So I bought some mint. I bought some fresh spinach, which was wrapped in like little rubber bands. And I'll reuse those rubber bands for my plants. It holds things back on canes in the garden. I'll pick some some kale from my garden. I have some kale. I grow my kale in amongst my flowers. So I've got some lovely red kale. So it gives a really nice bit of colour to my garden. And it's useful as well. I go out and cut it occasionally. So I've cut some kale as well. So I've washed it and it's already in my colander here. You probably can see there's the colander there. And I'm going to make a green smoothie. And this is something I make myself most days. I usually either have a red day or a green day. My green day is spinach, usually pineapple, some pumpkin seeds, some sunflower seeds, some green powder. If you can see down here, I've got the sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and the green powder in here. Okay, I've also got all my spinach and things that I bought. I'm going to put an avocado in, which I've cut in half. I did a really good deal on the market. I bought 9 avocados for £3. So there were three for £1. Yeah, for £1. So I bought 9 of them. And you think, oh my God, you're never going to eat 9 avocados. No, I'm not. I'm going to freeze them. So I'm going to chop them in half, take the skins off and freeze them. So they're really nice, really fresh. So that will go in. I've cut a slice of pineapple, which is already in my blender. And I'm going to add all the other ingredients, okay? And I'm going to whiz it up. So I'm going to put in, I've also put a pear into the blender. And I'm going to put my avocado in. I'm just going to squeeze that in, take the skin off. It's kind of, you just sort of squeeze it in. It gets most of the avocado off, okay? I'm going to put a handful of sunflower seeds, a couple of little handfuls, and a handful of the pumpkin seeds, okay? I'm going to just go over to my kitchen here and get a spoon and get a scoop. And I'm going to scoop 2 scoops of this green powder. And this green powder's got spirulina, wheatgrass, sort of all of the green powders. I sell an essential food from a company called G&G, which is a really nice company. It's an organic company. I've been selling it for quite a long time. What's in this jar is a kind of blend of lots of things. There's spirulina, there's moringa, there's the essential food, there's wheatgrass, all sorts of stuff. I know you can get fresh wheatgrass, but I tried to grow it and it really smells and I just couldn't stand the smell, so I tend to use the powder form. In here, I'm going to put a sprig of mint, okay? I'm going to put some washed spinach that I just bought this morning, a couple of pieces of kale. I'll leave the stalks on because the stalks have got a lot of nutrition, and some parsley. A little bit of parsley. So I've kind of washed all this. So just put a couple of sprigs of parsley in here. It's a bit difficult I won't show you the blender and myself, otherwise I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to put in some water. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to have to sort of kind of put the camera down on here and hopefully it will stay there on that little thing there. Hopefully it might not fall off, but hopefully not. So I've put some water in. This is filtered water and it's about 500 mils or half a litre. Okay, save these water bottles and I use these for my gym and my yoga classes. They're just bottles, the apple cider vinegar bottles, so they're really useful. And I just wash them out and give them a good clean. I've got a little bottle brush, clean them out. So that's a really good tip. saves you buying a sports bottle because they're quite expensive. And again, they're plastic. Okay, they're BPA free, but they're still a plastic. And, you know, we tend to be in this trendy society, don't we, that has the latest bottle. And if the latest bottle doesn't fit in with the gym, everybody else has the same bottle, then we're not kind of in with that crowd, are we? So I'm really not in with that crowd. I use this bottle. And people say, what have you got in your bottle? It has a vinegar bottle. And inside I put liquid chlorophyll in, which is a product I sell. It's a green, like a green liquid, concentrated, and it's full of liquid chlorophyll. So it's full of plant. And I drink that every day, okay? So I have that in my water and I'll take that to yoga. Keeps it nice and cool as well, and it's not going to leach plastic into my water, so it's going to be healthy. So I just thought I'd show you that. So today's session, about being 5 days into this thing, is about how we can be really healthy and not eat anything that's been wrapped in plastic. My problem was today when I went to the market. I'll go back to the market. I'm going to blend this in a minute, but I went back to the market. Going back to the market. And the first store, the guy was really lovely. He was really interested. In fact, that I said to him, I'm doing like a YouTube documentary, I suppose, in a way, and showing people products and things that aren't wrapped in plastic and that we can go be more green. So he was really interested. He said to me, what's your YouTube channel? And I said, well, I've only just started it. So it's only down about, 5 days down the line. But I told him my channel, and he said, oh, next time you come in, give me a card and I'll check your channel out. So I was like, oh yeah, that's great. And he was then talking about how because I said, how are people reacting to this the plastic issue? He said, well, the government tells us we can't use plastic bags on the market. Some of us are still using those stripy bags, those single-use plastic bags and the blue bags. And this is the problem, isn't it? The big supermarkets don't use those bags anymore, but the little places, little corner shops, the market traders, they use that plastic. So they have got biodegradable bags. So I automatically thought, I'll shop here again. They have these containers that they sell their things like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries when they're in season, and you can take that, and grapes. You've got grapes in there. And you can take the box back, but I didn't want to buy that because I didn't want to buy anything in plastic because that's my whole idea. So I said to the guy, do you need to tell people a bit more about this, that your bags are biodegradable, because people don't know, and make them more aware. It's about raising your consciousness. And he was really, really going, yeah. He said, and the other thing is we've got this massive amount of plastic bags that we've still got in our warehouse. And we bag them up with the apples already bagged up. People don't want to take 6 apples and put them in their bag. They want it in a plastic bag. He said, so that's what we're up against. And it costs us money. And I said to him, but, don't offer them the plastic bag. He said, well, they'll go somewhere else and we'll lose business. So you can see what, we're up against here. So if each one of us refuse a plastic bag, then we're gonna be even better. Even if it's a biodegradable bag, it still uses a resource. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because I said to her, thank you for the bag, but no, I won't have one. So I just bunged everything in my carrier bag, my canvas bag to take with me. And then I went on to another stall. Everything was bagged in plastic. Every single item. I wanted to buy lettuce, couldn't get any lettuce that didn't have a bag around it. So I didn't buy any lettuce. I didn't buy a cucumber because that had a plastic wrap around it. There was another store that had lots and lots of loose fruit and veg, but again, the cucumbers and the lettuce had wrapping around them. And I did say to the guy about the lettuce, and he said, oh, you can take the lettuce out and we can reuse those bags. So, he gave me the option. So I could have done that, but again, it's still a bag that needn't been around the lettuce. So trying to campaign to get rid of these lettuce bags, because I can't see why we have to have them. It's just frustrating. Anyway, going back to my day. So I got back here. I've done washed some of my vegetables and got this stuff going. So I'm going to blend this now. It's quite noisy. So I'm going to, I'll blend it while I'm talking to you. So I'm just looking for my lid. There it is. So I'm going to put the lid on the blender, and I'm just going to switch the blender on because it's probably not on. It is now. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. and I'm going to blend it. So I'm just going to take this camera, and I've got everything in here. So what I would suggest, it's a bit dark over here, but what I would suggest if you want to make this juice is that you you use more fruit. So if you don't like bitter, spinach and things like that, and kale, so it's quite bitter, put more fruit in. So 50% fruit, 50% greens. And then as you get into it and you kind of like the taste, then you can reduce it a bit. I'll put the mint in, so it'll give it a freshness. You can put strawberries in. You could even put things like chocolate in to give it a bit of a spice, okay? You can put some sweetener in if you want to, like maple syrup, but I can't see the point because we're trying to reduce sugars, even if it is maple syrup. And I said I had a red day. So my red day, I've got my beautiful juicer here, okay? The Rolls Royce of juicers that cost me a lot of money. I did invest in a lot of these really wonderful products a few years ago, but this one I absolutely love. I do beetroot, carrot, celery, cucumber, in the plastic. So I've not been able to do that today, so I'm going to go with my green smoothie. Okay, so I'm going to blast it. It's going to take 60 seconds. See how noisy it is? Like a frog being blended. Like Kermit the Frog, if you remember that. Okay, it'll take 60 seconds, so we'll just carry on with the noise. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to stop it because obviously I'm going to drink it later. It makes it into a beautiful, you can see it all slushing around there. What I would suggest if you wanted to is that I'm going to pop it one side. If you wanted to, you can freeze the pineapple and you can freeze the spinach and stuff in the freezer. So if you buy a big pack like I've done today, freeze it and then you can use it in your smoothies, especially the avocado. I'm going to freeze that later on. Now, because it comes out the freezer, it's cold. So that is going to be quite lukewarm, really. I don't mind drinking it like that. It's not a problem with me, but some people like it cold. So you can put it in the fridge for half an hour and it's quite delicious. So that's me, really. I don't think I'm going to go on any more about my 5th day. What I could say today is I'm going off to do this talk in town, and it's a talk on Kundalini Yoga. As most of you know, I'm a yoga teacher. I've been a yoga teacher for over 40 years and quite proud of that. I've kept going, keep turning up on my mat every day, and and I feel great because of it. I really healthy. I do my yoga every day, and because of that, I'm feeding myself with really good energy, really positive energy. So then I can help my clients to become a better version of themselves. So I'm going off to do this talk today. I'm going to head out in about a couple of hours to go and meet a friend for a cup of tea at the Green Place here in my village. It's a little village shop and cafe, and I'm going there to meet a friend with her baby. She had this baby about a year ago, and she was one of my clients, and I helped her to basically help her fertility through reflexology, which has been amazing. So I'm going to have a little bit of time with her and a little one, and then I'm going to jump on the train and I'm going to go into town. So I'm not taking my car. I'm going to go into the town with my train. I've got a local train station nearby. It takes 10 minutes to walk up there. So I'll go up there and come back later on this evening. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow picking up my bike. So I'll be nipping into town again on the train, and then walking down to the shop, pick my bike up and cycle back. We've got a lovely cycle path here through a place called Watermead Park, which is lovely. It's got lots of water there and wildlife and stuff. Okay, and a lot of people walk through there, so I'm going to go and do that tomorrow. And then I'm meeting a load of friends tomorrow in the evening, and we're going to have a bit of a ladies gathering and do some healing. Yeah, I run what's called the Power of 8 group. I don't know if anybody's heard of the Power of 8, but the Power of 8 is a group of 8 people that come together and we do some healing. Okay, either on physically, energetically, sort of like things that's going on in the moment, or something really an intention. Somebody's maybe it's in hospital, or terminally ill, and we'll send healing to them. So yeah, I've got a group of 7 beautiful ladies coming tomorrow, and yeah, it should be a great weekend. Hopefully the weather will be nice, so I can use my bike over the weekend. I'm going to sign off. This video is a lot longer than I normally do because it's got my juicing and things on. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't want it just to be me banging on about my products that I bought. So yeah, and have a great day and weekend, and I'll speak to you on tomorrow, Friday, for day 6. Thank you. Bye.